And we are live, and it was so nice. It was like almost like Agador was going to sing us into our live. He's open us up with this
He's
singing.
just all excited.
Yes. So let's see. Yep, this I see four lurkers. I'm waiting for them to pop up in because I think StreamYard chat's a little slower than YouTube chat.
Yeah,
So
notification just popped. So
okay, good, awesome. And Nancy, if you ever want to simulcast, you know, from my
yeah.
channel, feel free to. You
What
know,
I do is
no pressure.
I have
Hi, Shazad.
I have like a playlist of the lives that I'm on, and I just if anybody wanted to look at that,
Okay. Because I know the times before when I've been invited to simulcast, and I'm just like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because I know it's hard to go from chat to chat. But for some people, if they got low subscriptions and they want to try to build it up, I always, like go for it.
Yeah.
It's fine by me. And
Well, it's
sometimes you
hard
meet
to
new
keep up
people.
with one chat, much less two.
Yeah, and sometimes though I've been meeting new people like through Ramon when he simulcast and when Jeff and Jane, the seeker, I've gotten some new people, with her. So that's always very nice. And I have Shazad in my chat
Yeah.
and for lurking. So welcome everybody. Hello. So did you want to wait till the end of show to share your schedule this week, or do you want to get
Just
that out?
whatever. Well, I don't know. What were you going to talk about? What were you going to talk about today?
I
Maybe
don't
we'll
know.
wait
I was
until more
going to
people are in the chat.
I was going to open up the floor and see what was, on people's minds. I do have my Goddess Days book. I brought that back. So it's a goddess for every day of the year. And I thought if anybody, when we go to do our reads, if they wanted to pull, say a certain number, or I could like flip and then have someone tell me to stop, I can land on a goddess and do that as well.
That's a neat book. Yeah.
And look, the name of the author, Nancy.
What about that?
What about that? So, and oh yes, Agador, we hear you, you beautiful boy. You're wonderful. I thought for sure that she had written like a little poem prayer in here, but she just, talks about working with the goddesses. But you know what? Boom, this just hit me. I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna read Changing Woman.
Oh, okay.
And we are almost on May 1st already. So an early happy Beltane for any of my Wiccan, pagan, or I like to say my pagany friends, whatever you celebrate. So Beltane is coming up, May Day. And I also believe that's Mary's Day as well. I think Mary is a feast of Mother Mary on that day as well. So, yes. So Changing Woman, commit your whole being to well-being. And she's from the Navajo people. She's part of the Navajo tradition. And Changing Woman created the world from her ever-changing woman body. Baby Changing Woman was born of a basket of flowers. She grew into Mountain Girl and climbed out of her basket, scattering red flower petals, which represents the menstrual blood, that became the birds, the animals, and fish. From Mother Changing Woman's belly sprang her children. In time, Grandmother Changing Woman gave corn and spiritual knowledge to her people. Today, Changing Woman addresses root causes, not merely symptoms. As you search for the sacred in the midst of confusion, illness, and catastrophe, call on Changing Woman for guidance. Invoking her wisdom requires a conscious commitment to healthy change in all areas of your life. Do you only nourish yourself and give yourself permission to rest during illness? Pain is often a distress signal, a sign that your life is out of balance. If your body is telling you to change your life, where did I lose that? If your body's telling you to change your life, vitamins and exercise alone may not suffice. Core issues involving learned belief systems and self-esteem may need reevaluation. Family issues and work routines must be examined in order to facilitate deep healing. Lasting, healthy change requires an authentic vision of wholeness. Changing Woman appears from unforeseen places, a stream of healing magic in her medicine basket. Be persistent. Change takes time. And the affirmation for Changing Woman is, I no longer justify self care only when I'm ill. I take care of myself, and everything else forms in harmony around me. And that is Changing Woman. And boy, our chat has jumped. Any thoughts though before we say hello, Nancy?
Well, you know what I was thinking about that, and social media and, I'm I'm redecorating my husband's old bedroom and I'm moving in there. And then this will be my sacred space and a guest room adjoining. And, I'm trying to have my bedroom is like a haven, and I don't think I'm going to put a television in there. I think I'm only going to use it for, like reading or just relaxing and not be constantly watching something. And that's a type of
a change.
Yeah, but that's a type. Well, I can always move a TV in if I decided to. But I was just thinking, there's just so much just where you're glued to something and watching it, and you don't have the quietness and the time to reflect and all of that. So that's what I was thinking.
That when you were talking about creating that little sanctuary for yourself, I don't know if it was JJ from Tuta Speaks or if it was another channel, but somebody talked about if you really want to start connecting with your guides, your angels through your dreams, not just keeping a dream journal, but making your space conducive to dreaming. Have like a special little ritual before you go to sleep.
Yes.
Acknowledging your angels, your guides, and kind of like disconnecting from like before going to bed from electronics, social media, all that input, and create a beautiful little sanctuary and ritual for yourself at night before you go to sleep. So then when you go to sleep, your body's had a chance to calm down, your mind's there, it's present. You've said your prayers, you've done your intentions. You have crystals, Nancy, your amethyst and
I was
fluorite
thinking about just having, the type of crystals that are conducive to rest and reflection and opening yourself up to spirit, So I'm excited about that.
Me too. I have to do something like that. It's a little hard when you got cats waking, at least one cat wake you up in the middle of the night wanting something to eat.
Flowing says she hasn't had a TV in her bedroom in over 20 years. And I mean,
wow,
I think,
amazing.
I've got a TV in my bedroom now, but I think I'm just going to leave it in here in the guest bedroom. And then I've got one in the living room and just not have one in there. Just enjoy my artwork. I wanted y'all to look behind me on the wall right there. You see that beautiful painting?
You mean that blue one with the pink and the
pink? Yes. That is a Heather creation. Isn't it gorgeous? When I saw it, I just had to have it.
Yes, Nancy has been very supportive of my art, and I appreciate that so much. So, and when she sent me that picture when I saw her backstage, I was like, oh my God, it's so weird having something that was just here, with me all these years, and then looking there and it's like, wait a minute,
Let me move my head so everybody can see it.
Oh no. It's just, it just blows my mind when I, see my, like when Val showed hers and Marina showed hers, I'm like, my God, that's far away now. And somebody, and it's just, it was really cool to see that.
I'm going to put the camera on kind of like where my gemstones are. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to bring it so everybody can see it closer. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm going to say hi to a few
Yeah.
people. Hello, Jessica Lynn is here. Kaylee is here, popping in for a quick hello. Marby, hi Marby. Hello, Floey, my dear. Let's see. Oh, Flowing, I'm sorry your joints are so swollen, honey. Um, I hope you feel better. Rest them up. Thanks for being here. And D lady, hello D, good to see you. I don't know if it's D Lati or Lati. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. One of those ways. Um, I thank you, Flo, and thank you so much. And that's another. I've been trying to put like different pieces behind me when I do my shows to be able to incorporate my art, into my live shows. Dee says too that she has never had a TV in the bedroom. I find them not conducive for a restful sleep.
That's right. I mean, it's taken me all these years to realize that. Here.
And if we can all send Chloe some love and healing, she's got some major painful flares going through her body today. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, wow. So weird to see that on somebody else's.
Isn't it beautiful? Just look at it and see what you see. I just see all kinds of things in Heather's artwork. I really do.
Oh, thank you, Nancy.
And
I'm blushing.
It's beautiful. Next
Hi,
week
Karen.
I'll show you the other ones that I
Thank
got.
you.
Because let's see, where am I going to put this?
Yeah, Nancy got a few more for me, and they're going to get framed. So I'm excited to see how that turns out when they're ready. So, the universe, Jessica said. The universe, that's what I see.
Yes, isn't it beautiful?
And Jessica, there's a lot of colors in your picture right there that are in the painting that Nancy just held up. So,
yeah,
very nice. Oh, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that.
I don't know if you can see, but there's gold in it. Can you see?
It's like gold paint. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an acrylic paint.
It's beautiful.
And Karen says, I see cherry blossoms. Yep, we got cherry blossoms going on here too right now.
Yeah.
And Dee says she sees a lovely face at the top of the picture.
Yes, in the purple.
I can see a profile, kind of. Yes.
Yeah, there's just all kinds of things. Oh, wait until you see the other one that I've got framed. I've got it in my other room. I will do a little tour of them when I get everything framed. But I've got the one frame that is my my favorite.
Yeah, that was a beautiful frame. When you sent it to me, I was like, oh wow. I go, Shan, take a look at this. And so he was like, very nice.
I should have put it up there, but I didn't. Maybe next week I can have it propped up there where everybody can see it. Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice, because it was a lovely frame to go with it. So so everybody, I hope that you all had a great weekend, and it's the start of another week. And of course, Monday, is named after the moon for Moon Day. So, and the moon, of course, in a lot of cultures is associated with the goddess. Although the sun, like we learned from Dolly, the wolf girl last week, the wolf girl oracle, in her Norse pantheon tradition, the sun is the feminine and the masculine is the moon. So it's beautiful how she's seen and portrayed in all different forms. She how's to say go? Everything she touches changes, and everything she changes, everything. Oh, I can't remember the right one. Oh my goodness! But there was a beautiful saying, basically that everything that touches her changes, and everything she touches changes. So it was just a lovely little.
Yes.
So we got some more people coming in. Please do love looking at her art. Thank you, Flowing. Lynn Hayes is here. Hi, girls. A little late, but happy to see everyone. We're just hanging out, Lynn, and talking, sharing art and reading, learning about Changing Woman. Shaylee is here. Hello, Shaylee. Or Chaylee. I'm going to get it right one of these days. I promise. So... was there anything else that came up over the weekend or last week that you wanted to bring up about?
Oh, well, I spent time with my grandchildren yesterday and had the most wonderful time. my daughter and son-in-law are
Tom.
building a new house, and so we went out to see, you know, the footers have been poured and the concrete blocks are going up for the foundation. So it's very, very exciting.
Oh man, it would be nice to be able to build a house. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
One room for Shan for his music, one room for his gaming, one room for my studio, for my art, and then one just for my woo room.
Yeah.
My
We all have to have
sanctuary.
a woo-woo room. We really do.
All have to have a woo room. So
You know, a woo-woo closet is good too. I started out with my sacred space was my closet. I moved everything out of that closet into another closet, and then I had a little desk and a shelf and all my stuff. And
mm-hmm. They can open and close the doors. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. All righty. Tom, Early Ritual, has joined us. Hello, Tom. And Tom, as soon as you can, let me know about Friday. Floyd says, I need a woo-woo corner. Yeah.
Yes.
We all need a little bit of lovely woo-woo in our lives. So, as always, every Monday, Nancy and I do Divine Feminine readings. So, let's see. Let me find my little ticker here.
Oh, and Tom said he's good for Friday.
Oh, you're good. Awesome. That's going to be a blast. Allison, Tom's going to be joining Allison and I. And Allison and I, we did a collective. We used to do just like come up with themed readings, and she would go along and, we would pull cards and stuff. But lately we've been just really enjoying having a topic to discuss, and just being very open and frank, about how we perceive things and stuff, and how we understand things and what we believe in. And so kind of like what I do every now and then when we can get Jeff and Tom together on a Saturday. So I find I enjoy a lot of that more now on my channel, just having the discussions. And like yesterday, people sharing poetry in chat. We had like 4 or 5 people, writing along with us, during our lives. And
that was so much fun.
And during our discussions on shows that I've been having, people share their experiences and, share their perspectives. So that's what I like. I like to build community and have open conversations. And Dee says, I'd love a woo-woo room. Maybe I need a she shed. It could be a great space.
Yeah.
Everyone remember the State Farm, was it Sheila She Shed or something like that? It caught fire. And she goes, now I can create a new she shed. And he goes, ooh, new she. Wonderful. The husband looked so unimpressed and so unthrilled. But yeah, that was a wonderful commercial. But yes, a she shed would be nice. So
yes.
I have visions of my rooms that I would like to have someday. So as always, if you would like a Divine Feminine reading from Nancy and I, get a message from the Divine Femme, the goddess, just go ahead and put me in all caps.
What Care Bear needs a woo-woo tent
to hide in from her kids. No, Tommy's not here. Invisibility cloak, tent. Going, wait a minute, where's Mom?
Yeah, like Harry Potter, that cloak that makes him invisible.
Yes, exactly. Throw that over. Okay, so all right. Yes, I see you, Shaylee. Got you. And Jessica, what cards did you bring today, Nancy?
Well, I have the Magdalene Oracle and the Gaia Oracle and the angels, gods, and goddesses. I pulled the goddess cards, so I'll be using those. And then I have my old standbys, the Wild Woman Rising and Kuan Yin and Mother Mary.
So we have a nice little.
I do. I have choices.
Yes, it's like a beautiful little flower garden. Lots of different flowers.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so hello, Luna. You look familiar, but if you're new here, welcome. You're on the list, and we need to keep Nancy to about 6, no longer to past 6 o'clock, because Nancy's going to be a guest tonight on Ginger's channel with Allie from Heart and Soul Connected.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so got you, Care Bear. A card. Marby, I already got you, Marby. You already put me in there. I see you, girl. So right now we have 5. We
Okay.
have Shaylee, Jessica, Luna, Marby, and Karen. So and we just ask please that stay present in the chat for your reading, and when we call your name, so that we have your energy here. And if you're not here, maybe we can open that space for somebody else who would like a reading. So that would be appreciated. And alrighty, let me put her back up on the screen here. And we got Chaylee. And Chaylee, I'm going to be using a lot of my Goddess Days book. So there's 365 goddesses in here. I just read number 1, which was Changing Woman for everybody, kind of like a collective. So Chaylee, if you want to pull a number from 2 up until 365, and we'll find out what goddess comes up for you. So Shaylee, a number from between 2 and 365. This book is wonderful. It's Goddess Days, and it's a goddess and meditation for every single number 7. Okay, so let's see what number 7 is. Okay. And then I'm also going to pull a card from my combined. I combined a couple of decks by Jenna Della Gratalia. And let's see what card I get from there as well. Amanda Carroll, hello, sweetheart. It's good to see you. How have you been, my dear? Oh, one of my favorite cards from that deck. So, all right, we'll end with that one. And so, oh, my cards are falling all over. We don't want that. Okay, so Shaylee, you have Apsaras. Wait a minute. Apsaras. That's how, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but it's Apsaras. Savor the pleasure of your own company. Pause and appreciate yourself. The daughters of pleasure, ancient Indian nature spirits, are undulating in the ocean waves. They are the priestesses of lightning, flowers, and all possibility. They are described as voluptuous and erotic divas and divine dakinis who inhabit parallel dimensions beyond human perception, dancing and singing songs of sacred sexuality. The Apsaras were originally the temple priestesses, sexual specialists who, with their slow and sensual movements and penetrating eyes, performed sacred rites to guide initiates through the fine arts of ecstasy. The Apsaras lived full, independent lives as erotic educators and beneficent businesswomen. So meet the Apsaras on their own territory. Take a long and languid bath, blessing every round and fleshy curve of your body as you massage yourself with a sumptuous, pleasing fragrance. Towel dry and stand in front of the mirror with your hands on your hips, your feet shoulder width apart. Put on some erotic music, something that sparks your sensual self. Begin moving your hips counterclockwise in slow, fluid circles. As your muscles loosen, widen the circles without arching your back. Sink into your stance and close your eyes. Imagine that you are dancing to awaken the world to the power of sacred sexuality and love. You are standing at the center of the spiral of life, and every movement of your pelvis is now sending vibrant, passionate energy from the center of your soul outward into the world. Every breath inspires a vision of ecstasy and joy. And the affirmation is, I make time for pleasure, ecstasy, and sacred ritual. Pleasure is a healing path. And for a lot of us, especially as older women, that's a real powerful message that no matter how old we are, to always love and appreciate our bodies as like changing woman as we grow and mature and go through different stages in our life. And, a lot of patriarchal religions, emphasize that women's bodies, we're supposed to be dirty, not talk about our periods, that, it just, that our sexuality is sin, and it's actually a beautiful gift from the mother goddess and also the father god as well. So to embrace, you know and your sensuality, your sexuality, and tap into that power and not feel ashamed or guilty about it. And interesting, the card that I pulled to go with that is the passionate heart. So use your voice to wake up others. So take in that beautiful sensual energy and power that you pull up within yourself, and do and create something passionate with it. Art, dance, speaking up, writing poetry, writing stories, whatever it is, and just embrace that. And that's a wonderful message too for all women, to embrace their sensuality and their sexuality. And hello, Beth. I see you.
Yeah.
All righty. So Miss Nancy.
From Chaley, from the Magdalene Oracle, I got a really beautiful card. It's called the Flame Tree, the start of something new. And look at those flames coming up between the trees. I don't know. There's like a new chapter is coming into your life. And also from the Gaia Oracle, I got the card of gratitude. So it's important for you to be very grateful for all that you have and all that you will have, and to act as though you already have your greatest heart's desire, whatever it is. The other card that I got for you from the Gaia deck is Eternal Embrace. And reading this intuitively, I feel that there is someone that was very close to you that has passed. It could be an ancestor or a relative, a very dear friend. They are close by. And if you see, you've got flames in both of these cards. And that denotes passion, like Heather said. But it's also burning away the old. The flames on this could possibly be that they want you to forgive yourself about something, let that burn away, or forgive them, or, So that's what I have for you, Chaley.
Very nice. I haven't seen any responses yet from Shaylee. I hope she's still here. Up next, Jessica, are you still here, my dear? You are next. So let us know. We'll give it a moment. So let me remove Shaylee. And let's see if Jessica is okay. I'm not getting anything from Jessica unless StreamYards. Do you see Jessica in the YouTube chat? Did she acknowledge? Oh, Shaylee's still here. She says thank you. And you're welcome, my dear. Okay, Jessica is here. Okay, just making sure. So Jessica, a number from 2 to 365. We already have had 1 and 7, so pick a number. That's a lot of goddesses and divine feminines. Wow. I may not even, and I noticed it didn't include all of them when I was looking for some other ones. So Jessica, you're going to give me a number? 144. All righty. What do we have for 144? Okay, we have Akewa or Akua. Akewa. And let me just show how she spells her name. Akewa. And prevention is always easier than the cure. So another message about taking care of ourselves, um, always, not only when we get ill, to make sure that we are implementing self-care. So the Toba people of the Argentina regard the warm and brilliant sunshine as female divine. So here is a culture that looks at the sun as the female divine, who grows older each day as she slides her heavenly body across the sky. At dusk, she drops into the edge, only to return as a young girl each morning, bringing daylight with her. To the Toba, the moon is a round bellied old man who arrives as Akiwa disappears. As the sun goddess makes her journey across the wide open sky today, focus your energy on creating small structures, boundaries, and limits that help define your actions. Energy dissipated in frivolous ways undermines your ultimate goals. Watch for emotional spillage that can take you off track. Especially watch your reactions to those around you, making sure that people, pushing your buttons, staying grounded, within yourself and staying within your boundaries. If you find yourself constantly fidgeting to change, fix up, or redo something because it just isn't right, practice sitting, with the urge to make it better, to stop unconscious acting out behaviors. Ask yourself if seeking to change the exterior will truly bring comfort, or if what you're doing is drawing you away from what you really want to do. Exterior agitations are wonderful distractions. From morning to night, imagine the goddess, Akewa, guiding your decisions today. Stay mindful of hidden meanings. Get the instructions straight before things get mixed up. Clarity is the key word. Learning how to hold on and let go at the same time is a valuable lesson. And the affirmation is, I seek clarity and simplicity today. And I'm just going to go and do this. And I got bats in the belfry from last night. So again, being mindful of your thoughts, making sure that, people aren't getting into your head. They are not stepping boundaries, and that you have a firm stance in what you believe, and what you hold to be true, and to make sure that to keep an eye on those negative thoughts or feelings. And when you get those, to honor them and sit down with them. And that's what I have for you, Jessica.
Jessica Lynn, I have two cards for you. And the first one is a very, very powerful card. It is the Goddess of Knowledge. And it says, start to apply what you already know. Trust your intuition. And this is not a card, that's telling you to learn more, or to take another course, or, go through old books that you have studied. This card is telling you you already have the knowledge, and you need to look within and use your intuition. And you're going to find a lot of power in that. In the book, it says, focus on love and light and ask the universe to guide you. When your intentions and motivations are driven by love, the universe and the goddess of knowledge will help you act in the best interests of all concerned. And, she's holding a blue, it looks like a blue orb to me, and there's power coming from it. She's holding it above her heart, close to her throat chakra. And look at the flame on her forehead, the intuition and the opening of your third eye. And the next card, I think, goes with this, and I think it's very powerful. It has a starfish over the throat chakra. But look at this. It is remember who you are. And in today's world, there's just so much noise, like we were talking about having a quiet place to go. But there is so much noise that I think a lot of times we forget who we are and why we're here, and I think that both of these cards should be very, very inspirational to you, Jessica Lynn. And
and I love how they're both holding it right here, like the star.
Yes.
And then
yes.
That's beautiful.
But this is a message for, we all need to remember who we are and why we're here. Because there's a soul contract involved.
Beautiful.
And that's what I have for you, Jessica Lynn.
Yeah, that's that one card from that deck I still want, Nancy. Those are the two. I keep going back. No, just wait till you get. I'm like, oh, but the artwork is so beautiful.
It's hard when you really want something.
Hashtag Nancy made me do it. No, just kidding. Yeah. But I was starting looking at that. I think it was last year around fall time. I'm like, that one goes on to the list.
And then here I showed up with it.
And well, she's one of my like favorite artists. That's Jenna Della Gratalia.
Yeah.
And between my collect and read decks, her other decks I have here, it's just like she just keeps them coming. And just Jessica said, love that card, Nancy. And oh wow, those cards resonate a lot. Beautiful cards and messages. Thank you, Nancy. And alrighty, Luna 2234. We'll just call her Luna. Luna, that was actually the name of one of my cars. She was beautiful. She was this, like turquoise blue. She was sparkly. And when I got her, I was so excited. And I was like, oh, what am I going to call you? And then the word Luna just popped into my head. So yeah, I miss my car that much. So Luna, number 75, is an Egyptian goddess. And her name is Neith or Neith. And I'll show you how you write in case you want to look her up later on. Neith. Alrighty, and it says here, take active steps in your daily life to own your own power. So in the beginning, it was said that Egypt's most ancient goddess, Neith or Net, took up the weaving shuttle and, straining the sky on her loom, wove the world. She then wove nets, and from them she dipped into the primordial deep waters and pulled up all life, including women and men. She then invented childbirth. Those who worshipped her were granted health. Her priestesses were healers. Are you a healer, Luna? Do you feel called to being a healer? It's time to emphasize and encourage the value of your own accomplishments and successes. You may be asked or pressed to conform. It may have been a priority at one time, but no longer. Stand your ground if pressured to act in any way that does not meet your spiritual standards. Generate feelings of self-worth by acknowledging that your influence and actions have an effect on your environment. If you're feeling unworthy, find out if you are deferring or giving away power to someone else, perpetuating low self-esteem and feeling helpless and hopeless. If you acknowledge and compliment the talents of everyone else first, take a look at this behavior. You can contribute and participate equally without overdoing or overextending yourself in an effort to prove your worthiness. Practice chanting the very powerful mantra, I am. All of us practice, I am. You'll feel a glowing strength resonating up from your center. I am self-assertive. Who I am is enough. And there's that. And let me just reach in, pull a card. And I have Deep Heart. Believe in divine destiny. So believe in yourself, my dear. I am enough. I am. Stay true to your heart. Look at that beautiful reflection of who you are. And that's my message.
That's beautiful.
Miss Nancy.
Luna, two cards came out for you. The first is the Goddess of Compassion. And this card says self-criticism is diminishing your sense of self-worth. Perhaps you're being too hard on yourself. You know, it's very important. We are all goddesses and we are all perfectly us. And we have to embrace who we are and we have to love every part of ourselves. We may need to do a little bit of work, but we need to embrace who we are fully. And look at this. She's got sunshine and she's got stars there. To me, that shows you know, you're walking. There's some known and there's some unknown, and you are walking forward, being strong and being yourself. And you need to be compassionate with yourself, Luna. The other card that came out is the Zen Garden. And I love this for you because it's talking about an inner sanctuary. And we all need to embrace this inner sanctuary that we have. I think that's kind of like a theme tonight with the cards that I'm getting. It's so important to go into that garden and reflect upon who you are and what you need to do and what you need to grab a hold of and what you need to let go. And then just rest in that and know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's what I got for you, Luna.
Oh, very beautiful. And just really quick, hello, Holly Deshane has joined us.
Oh.
And also Ann Iva. So Ann, I already typed it into chat, but Nancy and I do Divine Feminine messages on Mondays. They're just messages from the Divine Feminine, the goddess. We don't do personal questions. And at this time, questions are closed. We have enough just for the rest of the show before we end. But welcome. And if you stay, a lot of the messages we give to the other readers, not the readers, to the other chatters, our subscribers, our tribe, as we like to call a lot of us, our tribe, can all resonate for all of us in different areas of our lives. So thank you for joining us. And we also just had Sonia join us. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Fatima. And Ramon Moonscarab is here. Hello, Ramon. So, alrighty, right now, ladies, and all people in chat, gentlemen in chat, questions are closed. Nancy and I have enough for today, but thank you. And again, all reads can be very collaborative. So, Marby, my dear, are you still here? I'm looking to see if she's commented recently. I haven't seen. So, Marby, I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and a great start to your week. Yeah. Beth was like, Ramon. So give a couple more seconds. Marby, are you here? If not, we can move on to the next person. So let's do that. See, let's do Care. Okay, let's do Karen, Care Bear.
Okay.
And this is this young lady right here. This mama who wants to hide underneath a magical tent. So, Karen, pick that number, girl. Oh, Marby, I already got to have we're doing Karen. It took a while to see your response. So, Marby, you will be after Karen. But I am going to highlight your number, Marby. So after Karen, I'll go right to yours. 295. Okay. Thanks for understanding, Marby. I have to make sure that we get Nancy out here on good time so she can get ready for her next show. Excuse me. Oh boy, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce this name. It's another Navajo goddess. As does Zanata. So it's as does Zanata. As does Zanata. Here, let me just show. Whoops. There we go. That's her name right there. As does Zanata. So I apologize, got this. But to the Navajo people of the American Southwest, she is called Grandmother Time. She is the guardian of the calendar, stone marking, and monitoring the cycles and movements of cosmic commotion and continuity. She is, of course, the crone mother, she who wears the wisdom belt of experience, the seer who can look back on what has been and look forward to what can be without, no, okay, let me just start. The seer who can look back on what has been and look forward to what can be with knowing and foretelling. She is the wisdom keeper, primed by a broad overview, who knows that what goes around comes around and around. The spiral spins, and she sits at the very bend, no, and she sits at every bend, waiting, winking, and waving as we pass. To honor her is to know the strength of blood ties, family links, and community bonds. To ignore her is to court disaster, to go against the stars. Wow. Grandmother Time teaches by example, instilling a keen and necessary ability to respond to the issue at hand. She is the mother of responsibility, often vague, silly, cranky, and fiercely compassionate. She sometimes grows impatient with mewling and whining. She can get downright nasty with love, wanting you to wake up to the precious time of your life. She lives between worlds, between words. She asks, is the shortcut going to give you what you really need? Think about the long range effects of cutting your experiences short. Respond in due time. And your affirmation is, I listen to the voice of experience. I call on my wise crone within. And your card is Trapped Heart. Step outside your comfort zone. So, whatever you may be afraid of, like she says, time can be short. Don't waste your experiences. Unleash that trapped heart and show people who you are, who've passed your discomfort, your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to shine that beautiful and share that beautiful heart. And that's what I have for you.
What deck is that?
I combined two decks together. They're both by Jenna Della Gratalia. One is the Healing Heart, and the other one is called Resurrection.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, I have 3 cards for you. The third card I pulled at the last minute just because I felt like I needed to. The first one you got is the Goddess of Beauty, and I love this for you because it says, you are a wondrous being of light. There is nothing to change or fix. Look at this card.
Oh,
beautiful butterflies. And look at the energy in that card. That's you, Karen. You're a goddess of beauty. And what you need to do, it said you don't need to do anything, but what you need to do is seek wonder. Look for wonder in your life. It's all around you. You can see the wonder in your children. See things from their perspective, through their eyes, because so many of the things that they're experiencing are brand new to them. The final card, this is your tent, and you are protected. So I love that for you, Karen.
Oh, that's beautiful. And she says, I'm working on it. And then when you pulled up that beautiful butterfly card saying it was her, she's got the little watery eyes.
Oh.
And she says, you are going to make me cry in a good way. I needed to hear this. Thank you. My tent. Yay.
We all
need our woo-woo tent.
From that deck.
Our woo-woo shed, our woo-woo room, you know. And just beautiful influences. How perfect. Most definitely. And Nancy, you got a compliment on your hair, my dear.
Oh, did I? My purple hair. I did this. I went
Ramon.
Ramon. Oh,
Oh,
love the
Ramon.
hair. My granddaughter was just absolutely enchanted. You know that her grandmother. I am called Momo. That
Oh,
is what my grandson came up with, and my granddaughter wanted to call me Gaga for grandma. And he said, "She's not Gaga, she's Momo."
we
So
could call Nancy
Momo,
Lady Gaga.
Momo with the purple hair. Thank you, Ramon.
Momo Gaga. That's beautiful. Aw. All righty. So Marby is here. She asked me for number 167. And this is interesting. You got Callie Berry, not Halle Berry, Callie Berry or Collie Berry. I think it's more Callie. So that's how you spell her name. And her keywords are know thyself. So know thyself is wise guidance. Know thy mother is wiser still. And she is an Irish goddess of weather and spirit of the lakes. Is none other than the supernatural Irish crone who turns the wheel of time and reminds us that what goes around comes around again and again and again in an endless cosmic spiraling spin. Very similar to the goddess that we just had from the Navajo tradition. So you can see the mythologies and the beings, all having the same, it's like all those different spokes meeting all together in the middle of that beautiful wheel, of spirit. Um, it says Callie Berry is said to have protected the lakes from being drained, and in so doing, she provided life giving waters to her people. She is the most powerful and most beloved grandmother of moisture. She's the grandma of moist people.
Mercy.
Mercy. What have you done for me lately? Oh, I got that song by Janet Jackson in my head, but what have you done for me lately? Callie Berry snarls in a down to earth, cranky crone tone. She is fiercely protective of one of the most sacred of all elements, water, and wants your undivided attention. Water, earth, fire, and air are the basic elements. Callie Berry puts water first, as did the ancient philosophers. The letter M, which is Ma, is the graphic symbol representing water or waves. Water is often the metaphor for mother love, which includes tenderness, tender touch, closeness, and kindly feelings. What are your feelings for your mother, the woman who gave you life through her own body? Do you have unresolved issues that seem to drain the love from your relationship? Mm. How do you express your love for her? The crone of life is demanding that you get in touch with your mother, your mothering, for valuable information about who you are. And the affirmation is I think about my mother in loving ways today. I'm grateful for her gifts. And the card I pull for you is Return to Innocence. And this is about returning to that time when we were kids and having that beautiful feeling of wonder where we didn't have a care in the world, where everything in the world was still bright, still new, and tap into that beautiful energy. Things are rough nowadays, and a lot of us can feel jaded, can feel very cynical, pessimistic. But this here is asking you to tap into that mothering energy. Maybe remember when you were a little kid and your mother, gave you that feeling or that sense of security, that life, there was so much to life. There was so much potential, and to be in touch with that inner child. And that's what I have for you, my dear. And I love that she used Return to Innocence because I think she likes to use song titles. So if you think of the Enigma song from 1994, The Return to Innocence, beautiful song. Miss Nancy.
Marbury, you were talking about moisture, Heather.
Mm-hmm.
The card that I got from the Gaia Oracle for Marbury is Jewel Within a Teardrop. Appreciation, spiritual, and emotional reconnection. This card is for you, Marbury. reconnection, appreciation, and emotional reconnection. The next card that I got for you, I drew from the deck that Heather wants. And this is the most, I absolutely love this for you, Marbury. It is worship at the temple. And the temple is you. And look at the ladybugs. We'll talk about the ladybugs in a minute. But this is what it says in the book because I want to read it. I absolutely love it. Your body is a work of art, a divine temple, a sacred geometry. While religion may tell you that your body is a sin, and business may tell you that your body is a product, and science may tell you that your body is a machine, the truth will tell you that your body is a playground, a walking party celebrating the flower of life. Loving is an act of rebellion. And when we lovingly rebel in the name of our magnificent body, wild woman rises. And I went to this little book that I have about spirit animals. And this is what it says about the ladybug, because there are ladybugs all over her. Look at that with their little wings.
I love ladybugs.
Yes. Ladybug, fly away. It says in here, if it alights on you, make a wish and your wish will be granted. Structure a time each day where you can pray or meditate in silence and solitude. Something you thought was lost and gone will be making its way back into your life. Mother Mary is with you to guide you and console you no matter what your religious or spiritual orientation is. You're shielded and protected from irritations, pestering thoughts, or annoying behaviors from others. And I love that for you, Marbury.
Well, I haven't seen Marby responding. I don't know if Marby popped out, got a phone call again.
I think she's here.
So that was your message, Marby. I asked if Amanda Carroll, sweetheart, are you still here? And Jeff also joined us. He says, hi, Nancy. And Jeff, Nancy's going to join us as soon as we get a date picked. So Ramon, too, let me know if it's this Sunday that you want to join Jeff and I for poetry. And if you can't do this Sunday, then I might have to put Nancy on the spot here and say, Sunday's open, Nancy, this coming Sunday. So Amanda is here. And Ange, it's good to see you, my dear.
Yes, Ange.
And so Shara gave me a number 223. So let's see, who did you get? I think from now on, I might have to just pick one of these for the beginning of each show, because a lot of these women, these goddesses, have a big message. They have a lot to say. All righty, 223, and I have Yunu, and that's how you spell her name. And so Amanda, organize and prioritize for optimal energy and feelings of inner peace. The Honorable Chinese Jade Maiden lives in the Chariot of Stars. Oh my God, that sounds beautiful. The constellation Leo, the ultimate dazzling and forceful spirit of the sun, our closest stellar ally. In many matristic cultures, the goddess is strongly associated with the spirit of the lion. Images abound with the goddess flanked by lions or lionesses, riding lions bareback, playing with lion cubs, or sitting high in her chariot throne, pulled by a team of lions or cats like Freya in the Nordic tradition, their wild manes flowing freely in the wind. So we can all see Amanda in her chariot, her hair is flying and flowing in the wind. You go, girl. Nuyu shares the spirit of generosity and the wise use of power. The great mother of the sun. So here's another divine feminine who's associated with the sun, and not the moon. So the great mother of the sun originally taught what is meant to be human and how to live in harmony with all beings. The gifts of her celestial ride across the sky are first of all an abundance of energy and the impulse to animate all things in strength. This is above all a time of transition. Vital needs and personal interests must be prioritized. You have what seems like unlimited energy, but don't forget to rest and refresh. The Lion team can't go on forever without a pit stop for the basics. If you feel the need to unwind, you need to review how you get so wound up in the first place. Loosen your load. Yes, loosen your load. Your shining personality is a goddess gift to those around you. Take pride in your accomplishments. You knew you could get the job done. And your affirmation, I give openly and freely, encouraging others with enthusiasm. And your card is on your own. So moving forward, taking that energy, that independence, that strength of the lioness, the goddess, just like the strength card in tarot, she and the lion, and even in some decks, a tiger, show a beautiful respect and bond for each other. And you may have to do things on your own. You may have to move forward on your own. But just know that you have all that you need within yourself to be able to be independent and to think freely for yourself, believe freely, to feel freely, and to do freely what it is that you want. So that's what I have for you, Amanda. And what does Miss Nancy have?
Um, Amanda, I have two cards for you. The first is from the Gaia Oracle, and it is intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. And this is the most beautiful image to me. And what I'm getting from this is it's very important that you ground yourself, and also that you embrace the beauty of nature in doing that. You can communicate with trees. I have a picture of Heather hugging a tree, and that's a very good thing.
It's true.
We can learn so much from nature, and what we notice and what we bring into our hearts from that. The second card that I got for you, Amanda, is from a goddess deck, and it is the Goddess of Awakening. This is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. And reading this intuitively, it looks to me like, this is nudity warning. I should have said that, I guess. If you don't like it, close your eyes and listen to anybody out there is what I'm saying. But anyhow, I think it's very important. Now, we've talked about the nature aspect of your walk and your growth. It's very important for you, when you are sleeping, to open yourself up to the universe and your guides. Ask for them to communicate to you if you're interested in that. Call on Archangel Michael to protect you as you sleep, and have a ritual before you go to bed at night, and ask your spirit guides and your angels to communicate with you that you are open and that you want this, and that will help you so much in your spiritual walk. That's what I have for you, Amanda.
Oh, that's beautiful. And she says, yes, I have been talking to trees lately. So that's beautiful.
See? Yes. I don't know. There's just something about nature that just makes us whole.
And Karen said, it's a very tasteful and gorgeous card. So
yeah, I thought so too. But
and Amanda says, yes, I need to ask more clearly before sleeping. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And like, Nancy and I were talking about at the beginning of the show, how I had heard like it was either JJ or somebody else saying, before going to bed, have a bedtime ritual where you disconnect from technology, the electronics,
yes,
get grounded, have your crystals, have a journal, and just sit and have that intention that, you know, and you can have also maybe spray lavender or have lavender in and
Yes.
around you and create a sacred space for yourself
Mhm.
so that as you go to sleep, your intention is to have beautiful dreams, have insightful dreams, and be able to communicate with your guides. So
Do we have
it's
anyone else
beautiful.
to read for?
Um, let's
'Cause-
see. Shazad said he was driving. He didn't know if we would have time. So I didn't think we would. But we did have a few people coming in really quick before Mandy, Spiritual Tarot and Mystic Lightworker. And Sylvia just popped in. Hello,
Hey,
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Um,
I am going to be going from here to Ginger Faye's channel to do readings with Ginger Faye and Allie. And on Wednesday at 7 p.m., I'm going to be on with Michelle Marie at Astrological Tarot. And then on this coming Saturday, Ginger Faye and Farah from Faraway Astrology, we're going to be doing readings at 6 p.m. But at 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Saturday, I'm going to be doing readings with Scott and Jackie and Viviani. So I would love for you all to follow me this week and just, it's such a wonderful blessing to have you all in chat. It
it
truly is.
is.
Yes.
And really quick, Mandy, I'm sorry you're having issues, you know, with your daughter.
Oh,
We're closing up right now, but Nancy's going to be going to a show. I know that Nancy, Allie, and Ginger will be doing readings, and so will Gerald, Val, Allison, and Cleo. I think tonight
mhm.
is Mystic 4.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
perhaps one of them can look at your question for
Yeah.
you and maybe
Yes.
help you figure stuff out. And me personally, I don't do third party readings. I don't have permission of the other person to read on them. It probably would have been energy, but there's shows coming up right within the next half hour to an hour that I'm sure one of them would be able to help you with your question, my dear. And I'm sure everyone's sending love to you, you know, to help kind of, you know, put that energy, pink energy of love around you and your daughter. And hopefully that'll help, you know, ease and bring peace and bring, you know, a peaceful resolution, you know, and for the highest good too of everybody involved. And Karen says, I love Mondays for these messages. Me too,
Oh,
Karen. And Marby is here. So, Marby, thank you. Oh, that's Dee. Thanks, Dee, too. But Marby, Nancy, I don't know if you were in chat, if you got knocked down and had to come back in, but we did do your reading, so we weren't sure if you were here, but we did that for you, my dears.
yes.
And you're welcome, Mandy. And let's see. Tomorrow I have Tarot Tuesday talks with on Spiritual Rain's channel, along with Jackie's Crystal Moon. We'll be talking about the High Priestess and the Empress card.
Ah,
And Wednesday we will be doing a investigative tarot on a gentleman. We had actually someone see our reading for Nazaya, and someone from that lives in the city of Detroit as well, is familiar with Nazaya's case, and then asked us to look into a case for herself. Her fiance was murdered.
ooh,
And so we're going to be looking to see, you know, if we can get anything for her for tomorrow. And then I don't know about Thursday, tomorrow night or Thursday. I leave those open for maybe a pop up. But Friday, Tom Early Ritual is going to be joining Allison and I. And then Sunday, maybe we'll have a special guest who's with me right now for poetry. You never know. We'll have to wait and
you
see.
never know if I'm not let's see, Saturday, that's at 8 o'clock, right? Because Saturday,
Sundays.
Sunday. Oh, Sunday. Okay, because I don't have anything going on Sunday, so that's good.
So stay tuned, everybody. And
Cinco de Mayo. It's
oh,
going to be Cinco
okay.
de Mayo.
Ooh, we can be a
Yeah.
little spicy.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for joining Nancy and I. Have a beautiful rest of your evening and a great week, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.